Hello, I'm Shakrashra Bandyopadhyay and I'm going to discuss arrays on this video. Now, what is an array? An array is a collection of different objects. It isn't that different from a list or something. It turns out that we can create a array using lists. Now, what is the advantage of arrays? Um, what is list actually? List is something like this. If you want to have multiple lists within another list, it goes something like this. Here I am taking the second element and making multiple lists out of it. As you can see, it's getting kind of cumbersome and difficult. Turns out there's a better way. Now, for the better way, we are going to use arrays. What is an array? An array, we can visualize an array as a box. Let's suppose we have this array here. Now, in different programming languages, arrays are usually objects of the same kind, but here in Python, I don't think you need to have objects of the same kind. You can have objects of two different kinds together. This is an array. This is index number 0, 1, 2, 3, and so on. Now, let's say we want to extend this to multiple elements, like we want to make rows and columns. Then we can do this. We can extend our box. And we end up with something like this. This is going to help us make different kind of things. We can do many things using arrays. This is, let's say, 0 of here, 1, 2, dot, dot, dot. Now this is a two-dimensional array. What I have done, I have taken one array and within that I have included another array. We can think as if this is a list, and within that I have included another list. Here are elements. This is the first element. Now we have other elements here. Simple. Now we can extend this up to 3 dimensions. We can have a simple rectangle here. Then we can extend this to make a cuboid, and this will come great use to us. Now, arrays can be of 4 dimensions or more, but it's harder to visualize it. I like to visualize arrays as boxes, but that doesn't mean you have to visualize it as boxes, but it's better if you do so. Here are the boxes, and we have the Now you can see that I have made an array. First element of the array is linear array. You can think like this 0, this 0 here, and this is 0th element from this side. So we have x, y, and z axes. So you can think of it vectors or something like that. And this is analogous to this list, 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 elements, close this, elements, again lists, 1D list, then again 2D lists. Now I think you'd like to know how to make this, so let's get on with it. We have this, we can make the arrays using simple lists. So what I'm trying to do here is I'll try to make a list. So let's make a simple list. LST list of range of 100. Let's say I want to make it a two-dimensional array. Arrays, I don't think there are primitive arrays in Python, but in other languages there are arrays, so you don't need to initialize it like this. But for here we have to make it like this. I'm going over all the elements. I'm initializing each element of the initial to 1D list as another list. There you go. List of range of, let's say, I. Now we'll print this list. Let's see what we get. As you can see, first we get an empty list, then we get keeps on increasing the range till I, and this is kind of the list which you'll get if you do this program. So what we learn here, we can even make this a 3D list. This thing is important as we don't have native arrays in Python. We have to declare each step, we have to declare it as an array. Let's say I want to make it an array of 3 by 3 by 4. Let's do it then. Now I'll make it an array of 3 here. So I'm going to go 3 by 3 by 4. Then I'll make it here. Let's say for each element I have to make it 3 by 3 by 4. Therefore I'll make it again an array of 3 elements, and for j in range 3, I'll make lst of I j as this list of range of 4. Let's see what we get. Yeah, we get 4 elements, 4 elements, 4 elements. Here we have a 3 by 3 array. As you can see, we have got a 3 by 3 array. You might be thinking, what are the practical uses of arrays and such? So here we go. I have made a simple program having a spreadsheet. You can enter details if there are functions, and you can do a lot of stuff. By scrolling, if you click downward, it will go down. See, the numbers are changing. If you click upwards, it will go up like this. Eventually reach the top. So let's enter some numbers. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Let's get the sum of these numbers. Sum. Now I've developed a certain type of a formula where I start a formula with ff sum, and I enter the coordinates from where I want to go to where I want to stop, and there you go, sum is 21. I've stored it as a float. You can store it as integer, but if there's a float you have to detect it separately. For simplification of the code, I have just stored it as an integer. Average, you have the function this. There you go. For maximum integer or float among this, you have ff max, f1, f1, f2, f3, 6. For minimum among these, ff min, oh sorry, you can delete this using a space, ff min, f1, f1, f2, f3. If it's 1, if I change it and make it, let's say, pressing 7, I have to delete it. 7, then, sorry, it's pressing space to delete it, then I make it 7. Then the sum changes, average changes, maximum changes, minimum stays the same. If I change 2 by 2 element, make it 4, changes 21, this means same, just the maximum changes. Now here's an important thing in arrays, as in lists, as in multi-dimensional lists, we'll refer to this element as 2, 1. These are the row numbers, these are the column numbers. This element is 2, 1. Actually this element is actually 1 rather than, yeah, it's actually 2, 1, because this is 0, 0 element, this element is 0, 0, the right topmost one. This is sorry for this is 0, 0. This is 1, 0. This is actually 1, 0. As you can see here, it's written 1. This is 1, 0. This is actually 0, 0. This is 2, 0. This is 1, 1. This is 2, 0. This is 2, 1. This is the 2, 1 element. This is the 2, 2 element. This is 2, 3 element, and like this. So we refer to as arrays elements in different arrays as writing a of 2, bracket close, bracket open, in brackets 1, and then if you have a third dimensional array, writing the element, which here I have a 3-dimensional array. I'll show you the use of it. So you have seen how I have created functions to do things. Now let's move on to the program and see what we can see. Now this list stores everything. This is the main workhorse of this program. So let's start with start. Here I'm taking global A. Then I'm taking I've written a program to get a 1000 row, 1000 by 10 spreadsheet. So I've writing range of 1000. I showed you this in this program how to create an array. I'm in the same here. These are some different colors which I've adopted for different parts of the program, for different parts of the spreadsheet rather. Now we have I have created a three-dimensional array to make store the formulas, state of the variables and other things, state of the cell differently. You can do it in 2D array, you can do it in 4D array if you wish. There you go, it's nothing difficult. I'm sorry for this. So there you go, start is done. Now when I click on a cell, it changes the state. It stores the state in this part to 0 or to 1. Therefore it checks whether it has when it has to be updated, and then it calls controls everything. If it starts with ff, I have stored it to formula, and then it works as it calls the functions, these functions, and it works. So I encourage you to modify this program and see what you can do with it.